Yeah, that's what we said. We are Notorious. Get it.
Everybody, chill like a snowmaster or like a mouse.
Okay, now.
Get it through your head.
We're taking over this map, and we're taking the title back home. 902, Halifax, internationally known.
We're preparing for our showcase, and basically what our showcase is all of our teams dress up like they would go to a competition, and we have new uniforms this year, so we're going to make sure we look our best. Everyone does their hair, their makeup, and we basically just showcase our routine in front of family and friends. And it's almost, it kind of gets us ready for a competition, as it's our first time in front of a crowd with our new routine, new everything. So it kind of gives us that feeling of competing in front of people with not really competing. It's not really having the stress of that.
I'm Noah Dixon, I'm 18, and I'm on Notorious IOC. So we're going for our first bid at the second competition of the season for us, and it's held in St. John, New Brunswick, and it's the East Coast Spirit Showdown. It's a really fun competition. There's a lot of teams that go, and there are 10 teams that are going for a bid, and they only give out 3 bids, 2 at large and 1 partial paid, and we're going for the partial paid. When we compete, we're in like our own division, which is co-ed, but to get a bid, we're against other teams like all girl and like level 6 teams that are all going to Worlds, so gotta get the highest score and get that partial paid in.
My favorite part about competing would just be just watching all the teams, like aside from just competing myself, but watching all of our other teams and our younger athletes like do their routines, but also finding our routine and watching all of our kids that we coach and all that watch us and see the smiles that they have on their face while they're cheering us on as we're hitting our routine, and like watching our coach at the front of the mat screaming your face off. It's such a huge adrenaline rush, and I don't know, I just love it.
The most difficult part of the routine for me is probably going from like the stunts to the jumps, because the stunts is so like physically demanding. It's really long and hard. I'm trying to think. It's like the longest stunt we've ever had. Mine's tumbling.
Jill is constantly motivating this team to work really hard at practice and outside of practice. So when we're not at practice, I'm constantly in the gym, like working out, trying to better myself for this team and bring everything that I possibly can to the mat this year.
This year's Road to Worlds is a little bit different than last year's. Last year, we only decided to go to Worlds after the team was picked, and we were like, oh, we're pretty good. Maybe we can go and participate in Worlds and see all the big teams and see what it's like. And it was more of a fun trip that, you know, we just wanted to have the experience of going to Worlds. But once we got there and we competed, and we actually did pretty well for being there for our first time, we thought, okay, let's actually go to Worlds. Let's actually compete at Worlds this time rather than just participate in Worlds. So this road to Worlds this year is a little bumpier because we had to step things up. We had to make things harder. If we want to really represent at Worlds and be competitive, we needed to step up our tumbling, we needed to step up our stunting, and we decided as a team that that was a goal that we were going to have this year. So the routine is much harder. There's a lot more tumbling this year, but it's what we have to do to accomplish the goal that we made together. So even though it is a bumpier road and there are more tears and there are more laying on the floor and, you know, more I'm going to pass out, in the end, I hope it's going to pay off.
I would have to say my favorite part of the routine this year would be the baskets pyramid section. I think that's really a fun section because baskets, all of our tops are so good at their tosses. They're so controlled when they go for their hitch kick double, so it's really easy to throw them. And then we go into a really fun pyramid that we've done a bunch of times, so it's not that difficult for us anymore. We get to all be really close together in the pyramid and yell at each other and have fun and cheer each other on, so I'd have to say that that's my favorite part.
Okay, let's be honest though. If you like pay attention to our team this season, you'll notice that like everyone's hair is gonna start getting like really light, and our skin's gonna get really dark because like white uniforms, you know, we gotta be looking good. So, but like in a good way, like it's our own choice. So, like look at my hair. I'm getting there. Just wait, in a couple of episodes, I'm gonna be bleach blonde. Like my hair will blend in with that.
Nobody's ever done it like I did it. That's a halifax. It's the kings and the queens. No, we don't play around. We're never backing down. We came for the crown. Check it out. What's it all about? Work it out. Let's turn this party out.
Come on, make me scream like I seen it go.
Notorious.
Jesus,